when you're feeling bad. Nothing makes sense when you're feeling mad. Don't go around feeling sad, cause everybody's going around saying that you're crazy, that you're lazy, and you're wrong, unmotivating to the people around you in society. They control you in your mind with anxiety. You gotta break free from that mindset. Break free, break free, break free to explode. Break free to expose all of those emotional vulnerabilities and the complexities of your mind. And together we will find the sun keeps shining on the other side. The sun keeps shining on the other side. The sun keeps shining on the other side of the rain cloud, of the storm clouds in your eyes. In your eyes, there's a place I know we can go and stay a while. Welcome to Meltdown Island. Welcome to Meltdown Island. To Meltdown
Meltdown Island. Oh, I better turn that song off. It's gonna get us.
It's gonna get us. Just like the rhythm. The rhythm's gonna get us.
Just said diddly down.
Hey.
Hey, what up?
Hey. Good to see you.
Hi there, everyone. Are you
Hi.
guys ever like me and feel like you're racing against the clock of a constant ticking time bomb called life?
Yeah.
And then maybe you're not gonna make it in time.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that often.
Grab that side of the raising desk and squeeze this. We're gonna just lift up just a sec.
All
We're gonna go one tick. Tick. That's it. That's it. That's it.
That's it.
Woo!
We have a new standing.
We have a new standing
desk.
setup.
Standing desk. Because both of us are. I mean, I know I myself. I
Go
like
ahead.
to
What are you?
move around
hot.
a lot.
It's real hot
It's
on
hot.
this one.
Hot. It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot.
If I go away, it's not hot enough.
Not hot enough. See, we got to work out the kinks.
Yeah, you do. Just like the band did. And what they do, they wrote a hit song.
A lot of them.
What I like about you, Sean knows how to dance.
That's an iconic one. That's iconic.
Thank you.
So, but
I'm a little bit taller, just a little bit.
plus also the standing desk is healthier. I mean, sitting is a killer.
Yeah, that's what they say, but where are they now?
It depends on if they were standers or sitters.
Oh, good point.
But I think there's this funny Family Guy bit where a standing desk where
Go ahead.
Lois's dad
I'm listening.
buys the brewery and finds out that Peter works there, and one of the things he orders him to do is
Finds out. He doesn't know that already.
he finds out the day after he bought it. So he tasks him with one of the things that he has to do is to have a standing desk, and in every conversation he has with someone, tell them the benefits of sitting of having a standing desk, and how sitting is a killer. It's a recurring bit.
It sounds funny.
It's pretty funny. It's Seth MacFarlane's birthday today, too, so.
That's a great way to transition into something that's happening in the real world as well as the meta universe, which is a new thing we're all learning about this week. Isn't that fun?
I guess.
How about that? I just thought of that one.
Yeah.
That's what all these NFTs, that's what everything's leading up to, Sean, is the metaverse.
Are we gonna get NFTs again? I mean, I just can't do another NFT conversation because I just don't get it. Are you trying to pop? Are you trying to pop? There it is. You got it. You got it.
I mean, I feel better.
Good. That's important.
You can see how look how much it was hurting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm moving my face in crazy ways, not because I want attention.
No.
I already got this show. I do all this stupid, silly stuff for attention.
For
Hey, look at us. We're a couple of guys that are standing up now. We don't sit at the, hey, and I got albums. Like, that's my attention.
Because sitting kills.
I'd like to stand here and tell you something funny rather than go, oh, I'm a gross old man who's dying and has a head injury. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that guy.
No. Nor do
Hi
I.
there. Welcome to Meltdown Island.
Nor does anyone want you to be that guy.
Well, felt like you did there for a minute.
No. So, all right.
Real
Well,
hot. This is real hot over here.
still hot.
Got to do a temperature check. I should probably get off this blanket before the blanket falls. I don't know. This is why you do not. No, not at all. Unless you think I should.
What if you turn this around?
What happens if I come over here? Oh, hi there. No, because then you could see this real bad.
Okay, buddy.
All right. Now I'm going to turn it up, all the way up, too, because I turned it down.
That might be just enough.
I don't know.
It's
Hi,
enough.
everyone.
Oh my God! Look at you. You're beautiful. That is definitely your light, buddy. You should never move from that spot.
Hi there. Welcome to Meltdown Island.
Just move a little bit over, for example. Oh, all right. Wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but so we got some other stuff too, right? Don't you have is there other stuff?
Yeah. We're going to play chess.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what up, Donald, son of a perdition exposed? What up? What up?
Yeah.
Tell me what up.
Donald Trump, the son of perdition exposed. Welcome to the program. We're just about to face off in a chess showdown.
Oh, you know what, though? Before we get into the chess showdown, there was a couple of television shows that just came out, and I wanted to see if you've seen them.
Okay.
Have you heard of Man Boobs? Great job, Donald Trump, the son of a perdition exposed. Quite a long name.
It is a mouthful. DTTSO.
Man Boobs is the name of my new band.
Oh, that's fun.
Thanks.
What's the story with this new band?
Man boobs, we got man boobs. We out here doing man things like milking our man boobs.
Cool.
It's all right, whatever.
So.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Meltdown Island, where I watched Dune this weekend.
Oh, yeah. That's what you're about to talk about. How was it?
For me, it's a conspiracy.
I'm still listening.
Because I'm also into this, bought some of that AMC stock. Because I'm trying to do what they call make money without working the way all the rich people do.
Right.
Now, what I like to do is I went ahead and invested in AMC. Why? Because GameStop went nuts.
Okay.
Billionaires lost like $1 billion. And a bunch of poor people got like $1 billion.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
And now they're not as poor, and the rich, they're still rich, bro.
All right. That's great.
So I think that they're releasing these big time movies now, like Dune is a big one. Dune, they could have just all done box office.
All right.
I was surprised at the first week. It was IMAX nonetheless.
I'm listening.
Then an IMAX movie came out on HBO, which I watched it on my iPad.
You watched Dune on your iPad?
When you say it that way, it makes you feel bad.
I mean, because it does seem like a big screen experience.
But when you sit with the screen right here, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, look at that. Oh.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, from a standpoint of perspective.
I got to move my head all the way over to the other side of the screen to see this part of the movie.
Yeah, all right. Okay, guy, all right.
Oh, I was just trying to show you some examples.
So, but you saw the Dune, and that wasn't.
I saw the Dune, and I'd say it's Dune-tastic.
Really?
Holy fuck.
That's your official review.
Hey, bud.
Holy fuck.
If you got something going on with your head right here, and you're pointing to your head, don't do anything bad and you'll hurt yourself. Just like say that. So big deal. I just don't like. He's like going like this with finger guns. So I don't know. It was like this. You ever been to a desert?
Yeah, I like the desert.
You
Big
do?
fan of the desert. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
this
it's 'cause
has
I
got
think
a lot of desert in it.
What's that?
It's got a lot of desert in Dune.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Not only
that's
is it
cool.
about sand dunes, but
saying.
it's also about space dunes.
There's space dunes.
I don't know.
Okay.
But I do know that they were in space, and then they got to do. They got to. I don't even think the place is called Dune. I don't know. The only time I heard Dune was when the big guy with man boobs goes. He goes, "It's my Dune."
Okay.
And I was like, oh, they said the title.
Yeah, that is always fun when they say the title.
That's the title of the film.
But also, I mean,
Yes.
it's much easier to get the title for Dune into the script somehow.
That one is.
Versus something more complicated.
I'm surprised it was only in there once because there are a lot of dunes in there. Because I would have been like, wow, look at them sandworms.
Right.
They leave dune tracks or something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's just off the top of my head.
Yeah. Be like, we're gonna meet him out by the dune. Easily say that too.
Yeah. Go over, but you don't want to be out in the sand because they do got sandworms.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I saw the first iteration of
You
it
saw the 80s one.
with Sting in it. Yeah, right. I think Sting is in it.
No. You're thinking something else. You're thinking Labyrinth.
What?
He was in Labyrinth.
Labyrinth?
Yeah, Labyrinth, whatever.
Yeah, no, was that? I feel like Sting was in Dune.
I didn't see it, so I should probably take your word for it. However, I think you got your movies crossed.
I probably do.
I think I probably need to get some.
So this is the 84 one, the cast. And yes, Sting. I told you.
You did. Touche. Tip the hat.
Patrick Stewart was in that one. Well, I guess I didn't remember that.
Well, because he's so Picard.
Right. Sean Young from The Matrix, right? Is that Sean Young? in The
I don't even
Matrix?
know. Is it Sean? Yeah, I think it is Sean Young from The Matrix.
That's a fun one.
Got some text from my mom.
It was not. Anyway, we got to get this chest, though, right?
Hold on, I'm just texting my mom doing
All right.
the show now.
I guess. All right. Well, moms, they don't know.
I mean, I told her 4 times that I had a show.
Okay, I think it's secure now. There's a slight incident here, but I think it's landed in a good place. I think we look.
Part of me already thought it had landed.
All right.
Now I'm looking around.
All right.
The password, gentlemen, and I use the term loosely. It's Fidelio. Fidelo this.
Why doesn't that go over
Fidelo
here?
that.
Why don't I see that?
I could touch it. You want me to touch it?
Yeah,
I'd touch it.
touch it. So that people know what we're talking
Donald
about.
Trump, the son of perdition exposed to, said.
The password, gentlemen. And I use that term loosely. Wait, was that a date?
I feel like there's a lot of commas in this sentence, and I'm been told I'm a comma user. Like,
Sure.
and there's 3 in this one sentence. And are they used correctly?
I don't know.
I would put a
They're
question
fine.
mark. The password, because I want them to go. The person reading it to go. The password. Like, you don't write like that, right? When you write out your scripts, you don't go. You don't lead them into how to say it.
How do I say what?
Like I would put a question mark after password.
Okay.
So does the reader go, the password?
But he's just
Gentleman.
He's trying to get to the gentleman
And the joke, yeah.
and the bit.
Oh, I see.
So
I would
think
lose the
that-
first
that throws
comma.
off. But you need it there because he's addressing us at that point. That's a standard comma. I mean, I know that one. The password.
You don't go hello, comma,
Yeah,
Sean Hanlon.
You do.
You go.
Technically, you do.
You do.
Yes.
Oh my! I would put hello, Sean, comma.
Well, that's how nonchalant we've gotten about using commas.
Well, then I would say I've been using them probably correctly,
Yeah.
and Mike was telling me I was using them too much
All right.
because he knows I don't know for sure about anything, and I'm always like, okay, so.
Right.
But I feel like we as humans talk and run on sentences. We don't speak as properly as they used to, where, and I use this term loosely, infidelio. Oh, my mom's going to watch. Oh, and what? I'll watch YouTube. Like, forever. I wonder if she'll see that part, because that's a funny joke. Oh, I could share it with her. How about that?
So you use a comma to separate independent clauses.
Which clauses?
Independent clauses.
Name one clause.
So you use a comma.
All right.
Okay. All right.
All right.
He walked. All right. So he walked down the street is a clause.
Mm-hmm.
Then he turned the corner is a clause. So if you want to connect those two together
I
with
don't know
an
that
and,
I ever would do that, though.
he walked down the street and then he turned the corner. You got to put a comma in there. You can go shopping with me, comma, or you could. So, okay, yeah. So independent clauses. So the use
Go ahead.
of a comma after introductory clauses or phrase.
Or phrase. So he did use it. They used it correctly.
Use a comma between all items in a series. Blah, blah, blah. What is that one? Use commas to set off non-restrictive clauses. God, I don't even know what's a non-restrictive clause again.
I don't know. The whole thing's restricting the show right now.
Is it? Use commas to set off a positive. I don't know. Indicate direct address. There it is. Here it is. Here's exactly the one. I think, John, you're wrong. So I think, comma, John, you're wrong. So the password, gentleman. So that's totally right. And I use that term loosely.
Like we're not gentlemen. I mean, I have man boobs. I'm very gentile.
Is Fidelio. I think maybe I think how I would have done it is maybe with a hyphen, like the password, comma, gentleman, hyphen. And I use that term loosely, hyphen.
You know what I would have done?
Is Fidelio.
I would have gone, the password, a gentleman. That way the person's instantly going to go, what you mean? What you mean quotes? Because
All right.
quote marks instantly makes you go, then you lose all the other.
Anywho, I think
I get the joke is well played. Well, hey, tip of the hat.
It's grammatically correct. It's grammatically correct. Yours is an interesting solution as well.
Thank you. And that's what we're here to do. Meltdown Island, where we try to solutionize the issues of the world.
But so
And I think a lot of our issues lately has been the 24-hour news cycle.
could be.
I think I'm right.
We got to get to this chess match though, because the
I know,
fans-
but hear me out just real quick before we just
fans
jump.
of Meltdown Island know that
We've been doing chess.
We've been doing chess,
But then we've also been sitting and we're standing now. Like I
Yeah,
can walk all
true.
the way over here. Like I'm standing.
fans know that I'm also not very good. So I wanted to actually
You gotta-
challenge you. So I've been practicing, I've been studying,
Challenging me.
and I'm ready to take you on and not embarrass or embarrass myself or overly titillate
That's
chess
already too late.
fans
That's too late.
that might watch the
I'm
show.
already titillated.
So I'm ready to throw down.
Uh,
So be quick about what it is that you're going to say.
well,
'Cause
okay.
so
I'll try to be quick then because
while
there's
we're
something I'd like to say.
while we're setting up the chess,
Um,
'cause this is it. This is
so here's the thing about 24-hour news.
go on.
There's not news 24 hours, or there is, but it's not international news or
Yeah.
breaking news, so they don't report on it.
Yeah. No, I think because I had noticed.
You noticed something?
No, yeah, I had noticed watching a lot of the 24-hour news
Go ahead.
while on ships, and I was sort of captive. So I'd have them going on in the background because they're one of the few channels that we get.
Can you speak up, honey? Go ahead.
I have noticed that what's the now I noticed that it's more like 1 hour of news that's repeated 24 times
Mm-hmm.
with different people yelling at each other along the way.
Mamma-
Hi, it's
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
Wherever let me go, my wife. You know, they just released a new album,
Oh, did they?
ABBA.
Yeah,
After 30 years, they
I did
they
see
stopped
that. Actually,
playing music together and stopped writing music and just say, hey, we're going to raise some goats or some kids or do something, right? And then all of a sudden they were like the Blues Brothers and they got the band back together.
Yeah,
They're on a mission from God to get that band back together.
I'll bet.
And so they did it.
That's great. Good for them.
And
I'm sure it'll be a big hit because people love
oh,
that music.
there was a kid that was like, only ABBA could break up for 20, 30 years, whatever, and come back, and their next song is better than their last album or whatever. It's like, oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot.
Exactly. And it's scripted. The news, I mean.
Oh, the news is definitely scripted. All those showdowns.
But like, there's that thing that Stephen Colbert that I sent you. I don't know if you got time to watch that.
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, but he in that thing he points out that he goes, oh, do we have some almost news? And they go dun 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 dun, and they go, we don't have anything solid right now, but they're in there and they're making the deal of a lifetime, and they're in this place and they've been here for however long and talking, and it's like, that's not news, bro. Wait till it's news, and then we'll pay attention.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess everyone just wants to be the first to scoop it.
Like, who's the winner of each state fair's best blueberry pie?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you do an hour on that?
Yeah.
Because there's too many YouTube videos. There's too many talking head videos now that they've got to compete with. And they got to have to justify why they got a guy out there with a light on him. Oh, I'm trying to get into that light. It's all right. It's all ruined.
No, I'm fine.
And they're in the light and they're like, oh, I'm talking to you right now. And then they're like, well, but do we know anything for facts? No. But they just keep getting there. Ooh, getting buzzy on it.
Speculating and speculating.
Yeah. And talking. And what's that doing? Driving people crazy.
Yeah.
Making people repeat what they are repeating. And then all of a sudden we talking just like they are in the real world.
Yeah. It's gross.
It's very disconcerting. Like,
and they're all owned by major corporations too. So,
like, I just realized I was like, why don't I even wanted to not tell this idea because I think it's such a good idea that I was like, maybe you should save that idea just in case you could. But I'm like, no one's coming looking for me. So I was like, what if they did like 3 a.m.
Go on.
Music news for an hour, arts news. And then and if some breaking news comes in, you just cut that out right away.
Right. I mean, probably because that would be a lot of work and there would be cost and there's just not the revenue in that hour to justify it. I don't know. I'm sure there's a capitalist reason why they wouldn't do that.
It's the money in of everything. You got to get money out of everything.
Well, that's when news went to shit, when it started to become more of a
That's when I got hooked on it too. I was like, give me some more of them CNN. Oh, war, whatever's happening. I've watched it all.
yeah.
Back in 2000, or 2002. I was into the news. Now I'm into NPR. National Public Radio, they do it pretty right.
Yeah.
If people go report on something,
It's definitely better.
they come back and then they talk about what they reported on.
Right.
They got nobody standing by. They might have somebody standing by. They don't talk to them. They ignore them until they have something to talk about. Because they got other things to talk about. How about that?
Yeah.
I guess my problem is with corporate news. And they're not thinking outside the box.
No.
You gotta always be
they
thinking
don't
out.
have to. And well, because
They don't have to?
Well, because here's the thing. It's part of this whole theory of repetition, where if you keep saying the same thing over and over, it's just like the whole Donald Trump thing.
Just like
You
Dustin.
Just keep saying it and saying it and saying it.
Always be
People-
thinking Dustin. Why not me? Oh,
It becomes more true the more that you repeat it.
right? I'm
So,
rich.
and the news is the portal by which corporations tell you what they want you to know. So when the news became less of a public service and more of a profit center for networks and, and local stations, that's when they started to have to, kowtow to sponsors, and now corporations outright own the news networks now. So they just fucking force feed their narrative out to the masses. It's gross.
It is gross. Welcome to Meltdown Island, where we point things out that we think are gross.
Meltdown Island.
The grossest.
That should be on your slogan, buddy.
We're the grossest.
Yeah.
Well,
The studio's on fire.
Welcome to the Halloween episode. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get it exactly right.
I don't know. I don't know what was wrong with that other one.
Now look though.
I mean, yeah, okay. All right, fine.
You're giving up that easy.
Yeah. It's not I would rather fight you on the chessboard.
Oh, that's a good reminder going back to chess.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
I could get hyper obsessed about some things sometimes.
The last couple times we played, I outright embarrassed myself.
Oh my gosh, that one especially.
My lack of knowledge and general understanding of the game.
You went out. You've cheated. You've studied.
But now I've studied.
You haven't spent time on the board with some folks down at the park.
Well, I've taken on a Russian coach. So, yeah, taught me some tricks. He slaps me with a ruler when I make the wrong move, when I'm going to make the wrong move.
And what did he? It's a he then?
It's a day.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, it sucks. I would get a new one. I'd just go get a new one. But maybe you're into a little bit of ruler play.
Yeah.
Sean's a freak like that.
Okay. So I'm ready. So I'm tanned, rested, and ready to tan your hide.
Okay.
At the
let's see here.
but speaking of that same thing, that corporate stuff. Did you see any of that Chappelle stuff?
Whoa, that's a good point. Because he came out with that 5-minute thing where he talked about.
He came out with that 5-minute thing on the YouTube. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Corporation about how all of his LGBTQ friends, not even friends, people that he knows in public or seen in public, have said nothing but positive things.
Right.
And that it seems to be only the corporate news that is pushing out all of this canceling talk. So it's almost like they're creating it. And then they got people maybe on Twitter that first little tweet that they see is naked, grab it, snatch it up, and put it up on the news. And now there's a whole movement about this one tweet that one person was negative about.
Yeah.
But that's how they directed the news. That's how they find it, their news.
Right. And also as an effort to stifle that movie that he was working on, the George Floyd movie. Did you see that part of it?
Oh, yeah.
Because it had been invited to all
the film festivals.
And then once this controversy broke one by one, they started
canceling and disinviting him after they had already invited and he accepted. And then
Right.
they found out what the movie's about. Then the special came out because everything he says, he said, I'm willing to come and talk to my trans people. I'm willing to have an audience. And, but my only stipulations, and everybody starts like giggling because it's, first of all, he's a comedian.
Sure.
That's one reason I trust comedians lately is because you know when there's a joke, everybody can hear it.
Yeah.
And then in the world of comedy and comedians, there's no they don't have they're not going for president.
Right.
When you hear like a Donald Trump saying it, you're like, oh, here it comes. You're not expecting him to say it because he's running for president.
Yeah.
But then he says it, and that makes him more of a comedian. Anyway, that's some math that I wasn't really. I haven't got the trigonometry worked out on it. However, the fact that they've all canceled and he's like just came out and was like, I'm still putting out the movie. It'll be a 10-city tour that he'll be at to talk about it and to talk with people. Because I watched the special and everything in there was a joke. I didn't hear the only thing that was a joke was when he got down to it about the story. Have you seen the special?
No.
Oh man, it's great.
Okay.
I mean, it's firewood for YouTube right now, and everybody, and corporate news. But I like it. It's a good idea. Which part? Oh, my idea. Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
I agree, and I like it too. My idea. So
yeah,
come on.
that's nice. Go on.
But he tells a story about his a trans friend of his who, after he met, invited him to open up for him, and boy, he's like, and they bombed. I mean, he's like, he was like, and every time he goes to talk about her, he goes, and I'm telling you, it was horrible. Like everybody just loses it because it's so funny because he's like, because he sets it up with, and some would argue that, I've invited them to open up for the GOAT, right? And all of a sudden they're like, yeah, he is the best comedian. So when the best comedian then turns around and goes, they were horrible. Everybody goes, oh, do you know what I mean? It's just, it's hilarious. But it's so smart because the whole thing is, it's just well thought out, well constructed. There's a callback bit. All right, I'm right in the space. If you haven't seen the Chappelle thing, I'm gonna rip off one of his bits so I can tell Sean about it because it's so funny. And here's the thing: is people can take it any way they want, right? That's how you know what kind of person you're sitting next to at a comedy show is what they're laughing about.
Okay. All right.
If the comedian starts going, and then I punched her in the face, and that guy goes, oh!
Yeah, you question that. Sure.
Flag. It's a red flag. Anyway, it's so smart. He walks you through all these bits. What's one about to do? It's about, write me a space movie. All these aliens coming around. What's going on with all this? The idea is that advanced technology, advanced civilization was on Earth. And they got all up in their spaceships, took off. Then, Cataclysm hit, and we went to the Dark Ages with all stuff. And now these aliens are back. And from outer space. No, that's my idea. And they go, and he goes, you want to know the name of it? Space Jews. Now, what do you think instantly is what it's like, where's the joke at? The smart joke is that the Jewish people were around way back then, and then it took off. They got so smart, fell back, everything fell back, and they were slaves to pharaohs, all that stuff. But then it also makes comments on the lads, how they're used as a scapegoat at all times because they secretly ruling the earth. So he's doing a bit about that, disguised in this space movie that he sets up and he lures you in. You're like, okay, and then he goes space. And it's just like, and he just waits for a second because he's like, you guys don't get it yet. And like, he sits on it. Man, it's so funny because the reaction is hilarious. It's a slow burn.
So what, this is on the Netflix now?
And then he comes out and brings that back as a callback later. Oh my God. Perfectly timed. And that's when you're like, like everything in this is perfectly logical and humanizing. Like it's very personal for him because, boy, 6 days after this, he's like, every time I come to San Francisco, you're going to be my opener. And he goes, we're going to work this out. We're going to get your act together. And at the time, there was all these people, all these classic comedians. A couple of them died off in the last few years. But Paul Mooney was there, I guess. And he talks about how stealing the room. Hilarious. First, he's like, you're funny. You are funny. That act you just did, that was atrocious. But you are funny, and we can make this work. And so his special came out, his first or third one on there, and he got dragged on Twitter, and he goes, and I don't give a, because Twitter ain't a real place. Oh my God. And he's like, I don't go on Twitter. What do I care? Yeah. Let him drag me. Daphne. But Daphne did. And Daphne got on that Twitter and he goes, and I don't know. Daphne had some other things going on in Daphne's life. But the amazing thing was after the bomb, front row, laughing harder than anybody else in the thing. And he's like, and that takes some guts because that bitch bombed. Like that's what I mean. Every time he does a bit about it, talk about it, it's so lovingly. It's so, and that's the thing is, somebody in the back stands up and says, "Yay, you shut up," or whatever. Fuck you, or no, just the carpets match the drapes. He goes, without even looking back. Daphne goes, "No carpets here, all hardwood," and the place lost it. Didn't get a laugh like that during the set, but they had the whole room. And me and Daphne had a conversation. The rest of the show was conversational, which I've been saying we should do as stand-up over there since try it out. Since then, I've been saying we need to have stand-ups who are doing stand-up. Not doing stand-up, but have a stand-up who's doing their stand-up. And then, there's a panel. I think Kill Tony, is one that does the panel. And they have a comedian come up for 1 minute. Anyway, I'm getting off sidetrack. Anyway, it's funny. Did I spin your eye?
Just a little.
That's why people should wear masks.
Anywho, chess, huh? Let's get our chess on.
All right. Chesterfield.
I am ready to win fair and square. None of this time thing where I just make fast, erratic moves and try and run out the clock on you. I'm going to.
Speaking of running out the clock, have you seen that Foundation?
Strategy. What? Oh yeah. You never talked about those shows that you were watching.
Well, Foundation is one of them.
Okay.
And this week premiered on Apple TV. Invasion. What are we talking about?
Invasion?
Yes.
It sounds like I'd be into that.
Oh, you'd be into it.
What's that about?
Well, the title is in the title. Wait, and it's about an invasion.
The title's in the...
Like literally it's about an invasion from outer space peoples.
This is an Apple. Oh, it's an Apple.
Wait. They're coming out. They're coming out strong all of a sudden.
So we have to get another thing.
Well, that's why I've already complied. When I realized everything you could do with the first Apple phones, I was like, all right, I'm in.
Sam Neill. I like that, Sam Neill.
Yeah, he plays old policeman. Anyway, that's a good movie or a good show. And then The Foundation.
The the foundation, is it actually like about like a charitable foundation?
No, it's about an empire. It's about 3 rulers, all that are DNA copies of each other. Dawn, day, and dusk.
All right.
So for centuries now, they've been the ruler.
But it's also on Apple TV.
Yep. And that
We're
one
not
is
being sponsored.
so
by the
good.
way, but-
No, we are not. But hey, Apple TV!
But yeah, if Apple TV did want to sponsor.
Hey, we talk about you. I like you. I got one. I got everything. I got a computer. I've had no phones. I like apples. You can be our sponsor. Okay. I think that's all you got to do these days. And then they're like, all right, I think we owe them money now.
New York Times article says what Dune gets right, that Foundation doesn't. What do you think that could be about? I click on it, but then they won't show me the story. It's just they're trying to get me to join them.
Here's the thing. They're both of them have all of a sudden. You remember how knights used to wear armor?
Yeah, sure.
And then people chop at them like, I can't get through this. What is this? They're like, it's armor, bro.
Right.
Well, they got space armor now.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense.
I guess it does, but I guess I haven't been expecting it. Now, in a month, I've seen 2 space armor things.
Okay.
I'm not saying there's a conspiracy, but there's definitely a conspiracy going on because there's aliens everywhere with these spaceships.
That wear armor?
No, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm just saying there's a conspiracy.
But you were talking about like armor that they would wear.
Yes.
Stormtroopers wore armor. I mean, we've seen that before.
Not like this. Nope. Now it's like this.
Oh.
And you look normal until I go, and everything go, and it's red. But if I go, and I hold it, and I wiggle it, and I wiggle it, boom! Isn't that crazy though?
That is crazy.
So then they shoot at each other, and they go, pew, 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 and it bounces off. But if it's got like a little thing in it or whatever, like a little needle point, and it hits a shield, it goes, it phases through and then blows up the thing underneath. Oh, forget about it.
Forget about it.
I mean, it's crazy.
Craig.
And all of a sudden, 2, the same kind of tech.
Mm-hmm.
Where they get these ideas?
Anyway.
You're not answering my question.
I don't know. I don't know the answer. But it made me think of the Terminator with all this stuff. And this is the anniversary of the Terminator.
How do you know?
What? Today is the anniversary of the Terminator.
That's what news used to be. On this day
release
in history,
of the Terminator.
This happened.
Are you sure I don't think that's what the news.
I think that's what it
was
used to be.
fundamental.
Like back in the day, it was like, oh, hey, this one happened, this one happened, this one happened. Then they go, and on this day,
I mean, this
also.
would happen yesterday. But yeah, they would invariably be like some sort of segment of it. That
All I'm
was
saying is
this date in history.
There's a lot of talking points out there. Corporations own everything.
Yeah.
And they say they're people.
Corporations are not people.
But they have more freedoms than actual humans. Because they didn't go into jail.
It's also the anniversary of the opening of the Erie Canal. 1825.
Welcome to Meltdown Island, where we are news first.
1825, after 8 years of construction, the Erie Canal connected the Great Lakes with the Atlantic Ocean.
Get out of here. They can't do that.
Via the Hudson River at Albany. So, but that's what opened
Albany
up.
is still a city, though.
Yeah.
But they connected it?
They just connected. They dug from the Hudson River going through Albany. They dug from there all the way to Lake Erie. No, Lake Ontario.
Speaking of this, see what I'm doing here?
Lake Ontario. And they dug the canal.
What's that remind you of?
I don't know. Do it again.
It's more got to be in your face.
I don't
It's
know.
the Larry David. Larry David's back on
Larry-
television.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Larry David. is
Oh
back
my
there.
God, I watched it. I literally asked you
Uh-huh.
if I needed to wait as I was starting it.
Oh, okay.
So if you would have been like, yeah, wait, I'd have been like,
I don't know that I can.
No, I would have stopped it, but I'd also been already like in it.
Right.
It's so good.
Yeah,
He's so funny.
he is very funny.
I mean, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Guess who he's dating in the very first episode? I want you to guess. It's a female. I'm going to give you a hint. It's
Thank
female.
you.
She's a famous actress.
Okay. Meryl Streep. No.
No. I should have let you say Meryl Streep and then said another one. But I've given 3 big clues.
Sigourney Weaver.
Nope. Lucy Liu. It's Lucy Liu. That's the last name you were
fine.
about to hear, wasn't it?
What was the last name that I was going to hear?
And I said it, though. I said
Good
it.
one.
I told you. It's Lucy Liu.
Well, that's fun. That's fun. Good for him.
We should put on our thing spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
Because I
probably
spoil a
not.
lot.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Well,
I got impulse problems, impulse issues.
impulse control issues.
Yeah.
All right.
But with that said, oh my God,
What?
it's so funny.
The episode.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I can't wait for the next one. Now that I'm
Wow.
talking about it, I'm already itching.
That's pretty impressive.
Okay.
What
was you just thinking about?
No, I was just thinking that we got to get back to chess. We got to get back to the fucking chess game.
You
guy.
did talk it up. Pretty big game.
Yeah,
I mean, one game never hurt anybody, really.
never heard of anybody.
I mean,
But oh, do you have what's new with the streaming? Have you done any streaming? I mean, you got any new streaming news? Streaming updates?
I mean, I
As
guess.
far as
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't want to sit around and brag what if it all falls apart tomorrow.
I mean, it's exciting though.
Oh my
After all
gosh.
these years.
Currently, you
What?
read it. Last 7 days.
Last 7 days, 5.1 thousand listeners.
What?
Yeah, that's great. So 5,100 listeners, almost 25,000 streams. And
And look at your face. That's what my face does. What?
58 followers. 9 people listening
Right now. What are we talking about?
Wow, that's pretty cool, guy.
That's not only cool, but it's all because I got on these playlists. I got on. So there's this guy in South Africa who started a artist playlist,
Mm-hmm.
and if you are in his playlist, you're another artist who wants your music to be heard, right?
Mhm.
And so he asked, "All right, so if we're doing this, I'm going to take a picture of it, take a screenshot that I listened to it today."
Mm-hmm.
And we'll put it in this message thing. So all of a sudden, there's like 20 some of us now. And every day I listen to it for, while I'm sleeping, I'll turn it down,
Okay.
not all the way off, up 1 click. Because Spotify knows if the volume's off,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't count it. And so all of these playlists, I'm on I guess I should have left that open, but I'm on 20 some playlists. Look at all these. I guess it's on a show. Discover Weekly. I've never been on to Discover Weekly.
Right.
That's a Spotify algorithm generated playlist. Discover Weekly. I don't even know what song they used. I don't have a song out. I guess I do. I have that song, but that song's out 2 months ago.
Right.
Isn't
Wow.
that crazy?
That's crazy.
But people have put them on their playlists here and there. Oh, look at that. So some have 0. Some have 0 here. Then they get into the hundreds. Nothing's original. I mean, I think that's it's on my playlist. Some of the playlist people will choose a song, right? Whatever it takes, which Like that's forever albums ago, and it's not even like that's an old Fozzy song that we got to put on there.
Right.
But then it jumps. Lost Heart, that was all over TikTok.
Right.
So people
Speed of Life. That's great.
and the Speed of Life, because I put that on one of the playlists.
I mean, that is a great album.
Thanks,
I
bud.
mean, you've got a lot of, strong albums
Go ahead.
that you've created. But Speed of Life, I mean, that really was. It feels like every track on it is a likable, fun tune, and I just really love that album.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Genuine Moments brought to you by Meltdown Island.
Meltdown Island, they do happen.
I was trying to do the natural head nod, but it didn't really. I don't know.
No.
You know, I guess
All
we'll get there. We'll get there.
No rush.
But since 2015, we're talking double zeros and then spike, because this, I joined like 2 months ago, so it's been a jump spike 4,800 of listens on October 25th. Good golly. I mean, this is the things I've always been waiting for, right?
Yeah.
81,000 streams. That's got to be money, because I get publishing as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I get 200% publishing. I get the writing and the publishing.
Right. It's great.
Only 58 followers, but even that's jump. But that's all from 2015.
Right.
And I have 2 different shoe accounts, so it's hard to say which one. But when you bust that down to the last 28 days, look at that.
Wow.
Just pops.
1,000% change since last month.
Yep. Look, there's good days and bad days.
Yeah, down 2% since last week. But
2%,
still 25,000.
And look at that. No longer is the only listener from 35 to 44 male. Now it's mostly 23 to 27.
Wow, that's great.
I'd even say 18, 22 is above my age. So that's great.
That's great.
Anyway.
Good for you, buddy.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Ooh, it splits right down the middles.
48% female, 51% male.
We even got
1%
non-binary up in there. Now what?
Yeah, that's great, buddy.
That's right.
Impressive.
Anyway, that's pretty
Shoe
fun.
is taking off finally after all these years.
I told you guys. If you guys would have only bought into this coin earlier.
Oh yeah, there's a big bumps in the
coin industry.
In the coin industry, yeah.
Big coin.
And there's another one I just don't get.
You get stock market, right?
I know you've
Here's
tried
the thing
that
is,
before.
No, here's the thing is, I tried to think about today, and I went, what does it mean? Like, because I get the stock's worth $40-some. I get that.
Sure.
But what is shorting? You're betting against it to go down?
Yeah. Well, you think it's going to go down, so you buy shares at the higher level. No. You sell shares that you don't have at the higher price, and then once the price goes down, you buy them at the...
You don't have them to begin with.
You don't have them to begin with. But
now, how does that make sense?
It's another one of these things that doesn't make sense. No.
That does not make sense.
But that's just sort of playing, because you don't have to... If you're a seller or a buyer, you don't have to present it till the end of the business day. So it was just sort of a little, like a side hustle that developed over time and then became part of the institution. Wow. But yeah, it is. It's fucking shady, because at the end of the day is when you have to...
You have to make your book smart.
Right. So you would sell them in the morning when the price is high, and then something goes wrong and the price falls.
See, that's why I think coin's more honest,
and that's
because
when
you literally are putting money and buying coin.
But again, that's nothing. I mean, that's just nothing. It's just a thing. It's a digit, and it's only.
But it's
worth,
a digit that's connected through all this blockchain, chainly connected. I didn't mean to say blockchain. I apologize.
It's only worth anything because
People
for
invest
some
money in
reason,
it.
people are investing money in it. It feels more like a Ponzi scheme than anything else.
Here's the thing.
Just
How
don't
are
get it.
stocks any different? Especially when I'm like, hey, I got some apples in my basket, bub. Hey,
I mean, I'm not saying that corporations aren't corrupt because that's sort of a theme.
That's
of this
insane.
show, is that corporations are corrupt. The markets are corrupt. They're totally manipulated for sure. I will grant you that. But at the end of the day, theoretically, you're buying ownership in a company, in a going concern that's going to create a product of some sort and sell a product to the public or a government or a business. So, I mean, at the end of the day, the value is based on what that company is valued at and how much money they think they can bring. You think they can bring in. I mean, all of that's factored in, but it's tangible. It's just the crypto is just so intangible. To me. Is that the only? So it can be very volatile. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It just strikes me.
Oh, it's definitely volatile.
So
Only ones I'm in. I'm in a couple cryptos. I'm in
Okay.
one of those cash deposit ones where you deposit it for a certain amount of time,
Okay.
and at the end of said time, the coin should be worth more money, and you get your money back and plus whatever you bonus, whatever. And then that Shiba Inu.
Yeah, I mean, I read something about that spiking too. So
They're burning off. They're burning some of that off.
burning some of it off. I don't know.
All
What
right.
it just feels like there's just it just doesn't.
It's almost becoming a metaverse. It's a
There's-
universe within a universe within.
Well, this one is collapsing upon itself, to be sure.
You think there's a black hole?
It could entirely be.
Mm-hmm. Or the
my
sun
God.
got too big. The sun got too big, and it's a gas giant. And
Yeah. It's 6:00 already. We didn't get to any we didn't get to any chess.
ooh. Well, welcome to Roses and Thorns, everyone.
Roses and
This is
thorns.
everybody's favorite part of the show. Roses and Thorns.
I guess I got to give a thorn to us for never getting to the chess match,
But I also like to give us a rose. Found such
for being so in the moment, for being dynamic and in the moment.
for sharing, first of all,
Yeah.
and sharing the things we've learned, the things we've seen, the jokes we've laughed at,
Okay. All right.
the boobs we've manned. That's a comment from.
Rose to your mom for checking out the show. That's nice.
Yes, very nice. Thorn for her, the way she found out about the show.
Yeah.
Thorn for that. You
Hey,
think by now she'd have known that I got a YouTube show on? I mean, I do a lot of shows. Do a lot of different types of shows in different ways. So
I've got a rose for Donald Trump, the son of perdition, exposed. For,
that's the comment person. Okay.
Yeah, for leading to that, I think, very informative conversation about commas.
Commas.
The use of commas.
Using them and properly, and then even quotes
Quotes.
to take
Rose
care
to you,
of some
buddy.
of those issues.
Rose to you for coming up with a
Get out of
more
here.
creative solution.
More creative, more creative.
Okay.
Am I right though?
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Rose. It's weird because you're used to watching TV, so you sit there and watch stuff a little bit. But then it's
Yeah.
like, we're in real life too.
We are in real life.
Rose that.
Or are we a simulation?
Do 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 do.
I mean, that would explain some of the content, no doubt. All right.
I'd like to say this. Rose to standing up.
Yeah, Rose to the new equipment, buddy. Yeah.
How you like me? Whoa, whoa. All right.
No, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the.
Anything else, Sean?
I can't. I think of nothing. Good. It was good talking to you, though, buddy. Good catch up.
Hey, man. Hey,
Man,
I'll be your condiment any day, bro.
you be my condom.
Mint condiment.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, condiment, he said.
All right. Was that your Larry David?
No.
Because you know he does something similar to that.
Oh, yeah, it's true. He does. I mean, a lot of people say that I'm very Larry David-esque.
Okay. I can hear that.
I make up words about things.
You do.
He does that.
You do make up words.
He does that too.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
I get it.
Boy,
All
it's
right.
a good show.
Yeah.
I really encourage you to watch it.
All right, I'm on it. I'm on the case, buddy.
All right, then.
All right. Well, I guess corporations are not people.
Oh, look. Salam City. Hello.
Hello.
Hello to my city. Abati. Wow, we was on our way out. We was really doing a good job. We fell apart there.
All right, we did. We fell apart. Our apologies, but hello to your city.
And other words that followed.
In other words.
In other words.
Corporations are not people, buddy.
Yeah, please, let's stop the insanity and get money out of all of, government, politics.
Also, Dustin, let's make Dustin rich on YouTube.
Well, Dustin's kind of getting rich on YouTube. We might change the name back.
All right.
If this crypto coin drops a couple more zeros, we're gonna be sitting in hover feet.
The crypto again with the crypto.
Well, it's because it's money.
Is it?
I don't know.
It's-
I'll tell you in a couple of weeks. As long as people want to buy that sheep.
It's all falling apart anyway.
Anyway,
I actually didn't. I didn't check today the Arctic sea ice update.
you want to check the Arctic Sea real quick?
I'm just checking.
Hey,
if
for those of you
there's-
wondering about Meltdown Island, sometimes we try to just ramble and talk about things, catch up on life, try to forget the crazy world that's going on outside of our little box of the world in Detroit.
Yeah. Again, it just seems that the ice is not growing back, even though it's been winter there for over a month.
It's not growing back?
I mean, it's just not growing back as fast as it normally does.
Here's a question. What's up with all the rain on the West Coast? Because now it went from being a desert to now getting a bunch of rain.
Well, it's too much rain at one time, though, so it's going to be problematic for flooding and landslides, especially right after
The landslide brought you.
right after fires go through. They burn up all of the stuff that's on the land that holds the mud up when it's raining. So without that stuff there, they're more prone to landslides. So hopefully
That landslide won't bring you down. There it was.
that's it. I think that's what we got to go out on, right?
Because I turned around. All right, everybody. Thanks for that update on the Arctic sea ice.
Yeah, sure.
And I appreciate everybody.
appreciate you too,
Appreciate you, buddy.
Appreciate you.
Who you got to go see? Who you
What?
going to out with tonight? You got a big date?
No. I mean, well, Andy and I are we're practicing double dating, which is
Ooh. This is exciting.
I can't
Double dating.
I can't really disclose because I don't have permission to disclose the other couple that we're meeting.
It's okay. That's okay. Maybe you found them on Tinder.
It would
Maybe
be
you found them on
indiscreet. Maybe we found him on Tinder.
That's
maybe,
right. I don't know.
Maybe we're swingers.
I didn't say that you weren't. Don't gotta get defensive about things no one's even said.
I'm not. I'm just chuckling at the thought of it.
The fact that I'm got a knowing look all of a sudden that I'm insinuating.
Right.
I guess that's what drove Mike away at the end of the day. So I should be careful about my insinuating face. Insinuating face. That's the name of my new band.
Insinuating face.
Insinuating face.
All right.
It's a weird word, huh? Insinuating.
Insinuating
Face.
face.
Insinuating.
Insinuating face, motherfucker.
But see, if you don't say it, insinuating, like much like the comma,
Okay.
it's a whole different version of the word. Insinuating.
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 Yeah, I get it.
But if you say it like insinuating face, it becomes a different weird thing.
Yeah.
Can't say it right.
Can't say it right. Won't say it right.
Well, practice insinuating faces all week and get back with us next time on. And then we also need to get those animatronics and animations to Mike. Mike gets a thorn
All right, Mike gets a thorn for
because
that.
he never gave us those.
Do we?
Go ahead. But then I would hit the button. Come and join us back next week. And Meltdown.
Yeah.
Bing.
Speaking of hitting the button, should they hit the like button? Should we tell them to do that? Is that a thing? Is that a thing that people do?
Oh, they do that at the beginning of a show. They go, smash that like button. Also hit the bell.
Hit the
Because
bell.
when you hit
Yeah,
the
but-
bell, we'll show up on the thing and it'll go, oh, here we are. They're doing some crazy.
It's like
It's like if we, man, like my mom should have a bell. That way she wouldn't have to ask.
right.
She should be hitting the bell.
Yeah.
Andy should be hitting the bell.
Hitting the bell.
Hitting the bell. People that are in our lives that like to want to see us be successful in life and
They should hit
engage
the
with
bell.
us,
Right.
they should hit the bell.
All right. So
So there you go. If you're watching this and you love us at all, either one of us, don't even have to like both of us, but you want to see success, you want to see happy, smiling faces, you want to see the fruits of our years of labors of being friends.
yeah, it's been labor.
Now that you know, if you don't hit that bell, it's on you.
It's on you. All right.
Because we're living our lives. We talk about
Stuff.
We're playing chess.
Next time.
Next time on Meltdown Island.
Chess edition.
Then